Okay.
My name's Ernesto Alvarado. A PhD psychologist, MSW social worker. My social degree was in community development. And I first was introduced to Sun Valley in the early 60s. I had a sister and a brother-in-law who lived here, and I would spend time with them. I lived out in the farm area of Fort Lupton. They were both blind. It was interesting how they were in housing and earning a living on their own. I was always very proud of them. And then they moved out a couple of years later after the flood, came in and flooded the whole Sun Valley. They saved their stuff because it was two-story and they had all moved upstairs. But that's when they left. And that was my introduction to Sun Valley. I was placed with Bob in the early 70s. We wrote a grant.
Who's Bob?
Bob Pena was a social worker here at Fairview for years. And the grant involved kids tutoring kids. The kids were from the community. Seniors helped write the grant and were the managers. They got paid to manage. They weren't paid a lot, but maybe $3 an hour. And then the junior high kids were the tutors. And then we selected kids from here, from Sun Valley, Las Casitas. And that were tended to be doing okay in school, right? And they tutored the elementary kids that came in from Fairview Elementary. We did tutoring here at Fairview. The school worked with us, and the Housing Authority worked with us. And they were paid 50 cents an hour to come in Tuesdays and Thursdays for 2 hours and get tutored. And the idea is that they were role models in the neighborhood anyway, these kids were. So hopefully the younger kids would pay attention and hopefully do better academically. And I'd imagine a lot of them did graduate and wouldn't go on. The grant was rewritten next year by the kids themselves for $25,000 from United Way, and they got it approved. So I left, and the program continued. I don't know how long, but I know that some of the future parents here probably went through that program. And you know, I thought people should remember the head of the program who we hired was a young man by the name of Chief Gallegos. And you know, you never forget the name Chief. People ask me, "That's your name?" "Yeah, my name's Chief." You know, we didn't make it up. Yeah. I was also familiar because across the street, up the hill, I started Centro de las Familias, which is the first mental health center in the United States that hired a heater. So we had a heater working at a Centro de las Familias, and we serviced this area, this part of Denver, southwest Denver. Yeah. So that's me, and I came in to, hopefully people remember that project and the kids and what they did.